Hi, welcome to the City of Clayton. We've prepared some videos for you to watch to help educate you in some of the apparatus that we carry and some of the tools that we carry. I hope you enjoy.
My name is Ethan Clark. I'm a firefighter EMT for the City of Clayton Fire Department. I've been here since July of 2015, so a little over a year of service with the City of Clayton. Depends on the day. Sometimes I've gone without taking a call here. Other times, I think the most I've taken here was about 11 or 12 when I first started. We had a pretty busy stretch, so that varies from fire calls to EMS calls as well. Just getting up. I mean, I don't like getting up at night, but I do at the same time. It's always different, and you never really know what's going to be going on, so that aspect of it. It's a love-hate relationship. You love the job, but at the same time you hate being away from your family a lot, especially if you work several part-time jobs. There was times I was doing 72 hours on and 72 hours off, and that first 24 hours is pretty much just me sleeping and recouping from the 72 hours I just spent at work. So, but I keep doing it because I love it. So. Keep your head up and listen, and if you don't know, ask. That's the biggest thing, I guess I'd say. If you don't know, ask. Don't pretend like you know. People would rather you admit you don't know and tell you, rather than you do it and then mess something up. So that's the best I can give.
My name's Chris Gilson. I'm the new quartermaster for the fire department here. So today we're just going to go over the proper procedures for washing our gear. As I've seen in most departments, it's not done the proper technique. So first thing is, after a fire, anytime it gets contaminated, it obviously needs to be washed. If it's lightly soiled, we can just use a garden hose and spray it off and then hang it up to dry. But if it gets really dirty after a fire or any kind of chemicals get on it, we need to do a good advanced cleaning on it. So what that does is entails us to take the gear apart, separate the shells from the liners, which at the end of that would look like we'll have these two pieces and then the DRD obviously in the coat. The important thing with the DRD is the DRD does not need to be washed every time. So when you pull your gear apart, make sure you pull the DRD out and put that back in your gear locker. The only time we'll wash the DRD is when it gets heavily soiled and it really stinks. And when the DRD gets washed, it gets washed separately and in a delicates bag, which the department will be purchasing. So with that aside, when we get the shells pulled apart, we take the coats, and with the coats, with either zippers or the fasteners, we're gonna zip them up, secure them, and then all Velcro needs to be secured. And that's just gonna say, if you can see on this one, if you can zoom in, this is why we have problems with the Velcro falling apart, is because these washers tear it apart. So if we secure it all together, the Velcro will withstand the washing and lifespan will extend. So that, we're gonna check our pockets, make sure everything's out of the pockets, which this one's already been done. Velcro secured, the neck closure, secure that as well, and then we'll set that off to the side. And then we're gonna do the same with the pants. And then with the coats and the pants, we're gonna turn everything inside out. So this is the way it normally sits in your gear, is like that, with the moisture barrier on the inside and thermal barrier on the outside. What we wanna do is take it and invert it. So it's gonna sit like this with the moisture barrier exposed. Then that helps protect the thermal barrier. So with that and the pants, we're gonna wash them separately, the shells from the liners, and you can do 2 sets at a time. If you have more than 1 set that needs to be done, you can do those both at the same time. And then on the gear washer, when you put them in there, you obviously there's 2 settings for it. Pick either heavily soiled or lightly soiled and let it do its business. And then when it comes out, just to help the drying process, we're gonna take it and turn it the right side back out. And then we'll hang it on our, if you want to pan over to our hose dryer over there. You can see the pants are sitting up there right now. We're gonna hang them up there and let them properly dry. And then with that, we also gotta keep in mind, you know, it's cancer's very big in the fire service. So trying to get as many carcinogens off of our gear as possible. You can see after a fire, your helmet's gonna have soot and all the nasty stuff on it. Take a wet rag and just give it a good wipe down. And the same with your fence piece. Right now we're in the process of making a gear log, or for a wash log. So every time you wash your gear, you're gonna log it so that way we can track it. With this, obviously we're hitting the cancer program here pretty hot and heavy, so we're gonna be implementing a program with our hood. So we're no longer gonna be assigned a hood. We're gonna have a clean bucket. You see on top of here, it says clean hoods. All we have to do is open it up, grab a hood when you need a hood. When it gets soiled or contaminated, that's marked dirty hoods. We just take it, and there's already one in here, so we're gonna throw it in there, grab a clean one, and then just set it off to the side. And when dirty ones there's enough in there, we'll wash them up and they'll go back in the clean. So every time you get one contaminated, it goes in a dirty bucket, grab a clean one, and you're still ready to go. Here's gonna be a general order guideline that's gonna be sent out to the department. So it'll be monitored. So anytime after a fire or after it gets contaminated, it needs to be separated just to help prevent the cancers.